All right, everyone. The president fighting for due process, claiming House leaders are being unfair in their impeachment process.
So what are the president's rights when it comes to impeachment? Anchor Lori Tucker taking that question to our legal analyst in tonight's Ask Isaacs.
Greg, good to see you.
It's good to be here, Lori.
Here's what we're talking about. The House tonight will start marking up articles of impeachment against President Trump. The president, Greg, has said throughout this process so far that it's been unfair and Congress has denied him right to due process. So here's our question. What rights does the president have during impeachment?
Well, his rights are to be heard by the Congress, the House, and tried in the Senate. And let's talk about all these different decision makers. You have 435 members of Congress. You have hearings in the House Judiciary Committee. They're going to convene tonight at 7 o'clock. They are considering two articles of impeachment. One, abuse of power by the issue of the quid pro quo with withholding foreign military aid to Ukraine in exchange for investigating Biden's son. And the second is obstruction of Congress by not cooperating, asking others not to cooperate. So this is a lengthy process, but you have 435 people that are going to determine probable cause. Then, there have only been two people that have made it to the Senate and have been impeached. Andrew Johnson from Tennessee. President Johnson, after a trial in the Senate, skated by with one vote. Bill Clinton, fast forward. Again, he was tried in the Senate. He won by a very small margin, but there's actually going to be a hearing, a trial. The way it works is the House appoints what is called as managers. They act as prosecutors, and then they're going to hear this case, and you're going to have 100 senators acting as a jury.
Republican-controlled Senate. So a lot of people are saying, okay, what's going to happen here really?
Well, let's talk about it. Due process is relative, but we need to know that there has been hearing after hearing and a lot of careful deliberation. And think about our founding fathers. These are people from all over the country that are going to make this decision. But aside from all the lawyers, all the wrangling, Ukraine, money, etc., Lori, at the end of the day, we're talking partisan politics. The House is going to vote to impeach because it's controlled by the Democrats. Once you get to the Senate, most observers, whether they be legal or political observers, are confident that President Trump will be acquitted. So not a lot of due process if you're the president in the House of Representatives, but he's going to receive a lot of it. He thinks in the Senate. So
and a lot of talk by him, a lot of talk saying this isn't fair, like we said. What does he have any?
Well, think about this. He is talking to his jury. You know, when they turn on Fox News, CNN, whatever, and they see their leaders say, I am innocent, this is a witch hunt, he is actually lobbying for their vote. And behind the scenes, there have been a lot of efforts by the White House. They've been courting senators, members of Congress, having them come to the White House, actually having them watch movies. So imagine a trial where you get to invite the jury over for dinner and say, hey, come over, we're just going to cook for you. We want you to be fair and impartial. But a very historic process, but a very political process.
Absolutely. Greg, thank you.
Thank you.
And if you have a question for Greg, just send an email to AskIsaacs@WATE.com. Be sure to tune in to WATE 6 on Your Side News at 5:30 every Wednesday to see if he answers any of your legal questions.